also residential.
Yeah, and a little bit about myself. I immigrated to the United States at 6 years old. In my first year, I did a little more than 2 times as many deals as the average realtor in New York. And real estate, it's a great industry for me because I love meeting new people, and that's the nature of business in real estate. So it's a good fit for me. Okay, next.
So first, you're going to want to meet with a real estate professional. That's the first step. Second step is you're going to want to get pre-approved. If you're not pre-approved, a lot of people, they aren't going to allow you into their house, and they're not going to take your offer serious. Third step is that you're going to, once you get that pre-approval, you're going to start searching for homes with your realtor. Then once you find a home that you like, you're going to make an offer on that property. And then once you go to make that offer, you're going to negotiate. So it may get declined. The seller may come back with some terms. They may want something within that contract, but there's going to be a negotiation. Then it's going to go under contract. So let's say this seller decides to accept that offer. Then it's going to go under contract. You're going to need an attorney for it, and then it's going to go under escrow once you obviously do your home inspection. Final details, and then once you get your offer accepted, you go through that loan processing with Clifco. Then once you get approved for that loan, then you're going to go to the closing day, and you're going to be ready to close it out.
All right, now we'll go a little bit more in depth into each of the steps. So usually the first step, you got to determine, are you actually ready to buy a home? And, a lot of people, they try to time the market, so they'll say, oh, I'm going to wait for the market to crash. But usually what we recommend is if it makes sense for you financially, then that's the best time. So don't try to time the market. It's pretty much impossible. If you see the recent news around Zillow, they lost like close to $2 billion trying to predict home prices. So, timing the market, not really something we recommend, but if it makes sense for you financially, so, if you have a steady income and you have low to medium debt and a good amount of savings, but, Clifco has many programs where you can get like low down payment loans also. Usually they want to see 2 years of work history with the same company, but Terrence is going to go a little more in depth into that.
So when you get pre-approved, first step is you're going to want to choose a lender. Clifco, they take really good care of you. First step is you want to get that lender. Second is you're going to fill out a loan application. Then there's going to be approved documents that you're going to need to give to that loan officer. They're going to need pay stubs, bank statements, tax returns, proof of employment, and also they're going to check your credit history.
So once you get the pre-approval, then it's time to sit down with your realtor, and you have to determine like what kind of property you want. So you have to determine location, price, square footage, bedrooms, and things like that, school district. And once you determine location and what kind of property you want, your realtor, they're going to start sending you some properties. You can look online yourself, and that's when you start viewing properties in person.
So there's different type of search tools when you go and you search for that house that you like. So there's an agent search. That's the MLS system. That's an agent's network. Maybe there is an off-market property that agent may have coming up. Customer search, website. BMI here, we have websites you can go on. You can search our websites and find accurate data. Yard signs, open houses, friends, for sale by owners, and also online sites. And then also high-tech tools, automated home search. That way you do not miss when the property comes on the market. Agent website, like I mentioned before, and then also listing alerts. It's going to notify you as soon as a property hits the market.
So the next step, after you view some properties, when you find something you love, that's when you put in an offer. So for putting in offers, you discuss with your agent, they're gonna look at other comparable properties that sold in the area. They're gonna help you come up with a good offer price and good offer terms, like important dates like the closing date, contract signing date, and the inspection period. And your offer will either be accepted, counter-offered, or declined.
So when your offer is accepted, you're going to have a home inspection. If you choose to do a home inspection, you're going to have that home inspection done by a certified home inspector that's licensed within New York State. Next, you're going to negotiate any repairs. If there's something that comes back on that home inspection that you don't like, you can negotiate that. And then also, you're going to sign the contract and you're going to send the down payment, which is the earnest money. Then the lender, Clifco, they're going to order the appraisal. They're going to make sure the home is worth what is on the contract there. They are going to do your home insurance. They are going to finalize the mortgage details. And then there's going to be your final walkthrough to make sure everything is right with the house before you close.
All right, so this is one of the most popular first-time homebuyer grants. This is the Home First Down Payment Assistance Program, and you can get up to $100,000 in grants. So these are for 1 to 4 family homes, condominiums, and also co-ops. And they have a lot of requirements. First, you have to be a first-time home buyer. You have to complete a home buyer education course approved by them. You have to have enough savings to cover, usually you have to put at least 1%. The 1% has to come from yourself in order for you to be eligible for the grant. And also, there are income caps. So let's say you have a family size of 4. If you make over $95,450, then you won't qualify for this. And if you have any specific questions, we'll definitely get into more detail personally.
So there's often things that are overlooked by first-time home buyers. Many employers, they may have a specific home buying assistant program that's put in place specifically at your job for their employees. We definitely would highly recommend that you speak with your employer to see if maybe that's something that your employer offers. If you're part of a union, the union may have some type of an assistance. And then also if you're a teacher, police officer, emergency personnel, there may be specific programs. I know HUD has one. So there's many programs out there that you want to check with your employer to see if they offer those. And then once you have your mortgage and home buyer, your grant is going to be finalized. Yeah,
so once you have the financials all finalized, it's going to be closing day. Usually 1 or 2 days before closing, you go back to the property and what's something called a final walkthrough, just to make sure that the property is still in the same condition that you last saw it. And then if that all checks out, then the closing will be scheduled. And for closing, you'll have to bring your identification, and everyone that's going to be purchasing the property, they have to be physically present. And if that's not possible at all, make sure you let your attorney know ahead of time. And your attorney is also going to let you know what checks you have to bring. And usually they last from like 1 to 3 hours. You spend most of the time just signing paperwork, and then after that, the home is yours. You get the keys, and you can move right in. Yeah, so now Terrence is going to talk to you a little bit more about specific loan programs and another first-time home buyer program that's with Sony May. That's a state program, right?
Yep, state of New York program, yep.